What is up, guys? I am back with another album review. Today we're going to be looking at Dark Lane Demo Tapes, the latest project from Aubrey Graham, Champagne Poppy, the Sixth God, the Deadbeat Father, whatever you want to call him. Drake, he is back with another project. This is the 7th mixtape from Drake, and it features a much more diverse and experimental array of genres throughout its core. This project is very similar to his project last year, Care Package, the mixtape, in which you get a collection of tracks that have been floating around the internet. They've been teased on Instagram, they've been teased on all kinds of social media platforms, and he pretty much just threw them together and threw out this project for us during quarantine. I think this really says a lot about Drake on how he is such a cultural force that he can just make some half-assed project, push it out as a mixtape, brand it in as, this isn't my best stuff, it might not be the best engineered, but, I'm just going to throw it at you anyways, and just expect it to be mediocre, but people still are playing it everywhere, it's still topping the charts. I think it really says a lot about Drake and just how he's dominating the music culture today. The main problem I have with Drake's music nowadays is that you look at it at its core and it's very much appealing to TikTok. Drake really wants to give those 12-year-old girls up and dancing like Michael Jackson. It's kind of unnerving to think about, but you look at Millie Bobby Brown and you get a good idea on just who he is appealing to, who his intended audience really is now. The opening track,
Deep Pockets,
is a very hard-hitting song, and it's a strong opener. It's not my favorite track on the album by any means, but the beat here is just really heavy. Drake gets introspective. He gets into his narration mode that he's proven very effective in his past. There are some hard-ass bars in this song. Like, holy shit. I still get amazed sometimes by Drake. You think of him, he does make a lot of pop songs, and he isn't exactly your stereotypical rapper, but he has shown plenty of times in the past and on this project that when he needs to, this man can spit. He has bars. When to Say When sees Drake spitting over this beautiful soul sample. He is pretty much giving us a poetic update on his life and how everything's been going. Drake actually raps over the same sample here that Jay-Z did years ago in his famous song, Song Cry. Chicago Freestyle is probably one of the highlights on this project overall. You get some great synth chords mixed in here. You get a lo-fi chorus sung by Giveon. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You see Drake pretty much suffering from the Kurt Cobain effect here, talking about how he's been sneaking around, he's being afraid that everyone's out to get him. Then we get what is possibly my least favorite song, after 3 songs that I felt like were fairly good. We get Not You Too with Chris Brown and Drake. What do you expect? You expect something really sad, you expect something probably not good. And we get that there is no vocal chemistry whatsoever, and the entire song is just a snooze fest. Like, there's no need for these two to ever make a song together again. This collab is pretty much just Ed Sheeran and Eminem levels bad. Like, then that's saying a lot. But I mean, this song is just virtually, there's nothing going for it. It's painfully boring. Then we get Tuesday Slide, a quasi dance song that has really been just branded in as a TikTok song at this point. I mean, Drake doesn't really sound like he's interested in what he's doing here. This song is pretty jaded. It's as a chart topper, it's not good. The flow here and, just the overall upbeat tone of the song is pretty interesting. But the song has no contrast, it sounds unreproduced. Then we get Desires, which is really a disappointing track. It's not terrible, but I feel like Future came in with a weak feature. Like, he could have done so much more here. His presence is pretty weak. Really one of his worst features since King's Dead. And then the hook on this song, sung by Drake. Like, what the fuck is this? The song gives off some serious, Jeffrey Dahmer type beats. He's bragging about how he can use his money and power to remove a person from their normal life and really control them. Like, I don't know why this isn't being talked about more. Time Flies and Landed both have flows that are just catchy on contact. Like, you just get a little whiff of these songs and you realize that maybe they're just a step away from being 2 more Drake hits. But, I mean, for me, they weren't 2 of the stronger songs here, so I wasn't huge on them. D4L for me is by far the best song on this project. Like, holy shit, this song goes in. Get Young Thug and Future showing their chemistry they built up over the years with... Just sounds like they're having fun together. Like at the beginning, the whole, what's happening? Like that shit goes hard. Future's second verse on this song is very much a musical shitpost. I'm not even going to try to emulate exactly the noises that he was making, but listen to the song and you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Drake legitimately sounds like he's having a good time here, and that's very rare for a guy like Drake, always crying. But, I mean, this song is... I wish there was more songs like this. Like, this song is perfect. It didn't take itself too seriously. It's not overproduced. It's just a fun song to listen to, and it bangs. Paint 1993 is a long-awaited collab between Drake and Playboi Carti. Even if I feel like a lot of this track is Drake trying to just mimic Playboi Carti's little chirps and style a little bit, I feel like this is one of the better songs here. I mean, I like Playboi Carti's baby voice. I really do. I feel like it is transcending music. Not really, but I mean, it's a big appeal with his music. And Die Lit, which I loved, his baby voice is very prominent on that record, and I feel like it's catchy as hell. It's unique, and I like it, but here it's just totally done over the top. Losses is an emotional track that features some snippets of Drake's dad from Instagram. He has a clip in there of them drinking together, and I mean, it's pretty cool. I enjoy the personalization that is being used here, but overall there's just some more vague relationship bars that we've gotten from Drake really since like 2010, 2008. The same shit that we've heard for years, and it's really just getting, mentally tiring to hear about all of this shit again and again. I don't know. I just don't think it's that great of a song. I heard from a lot of people that Losses is amongst their favorite from the album, and I really don't see how. Their last three songs were really big turnoffs for me as well. On the last two songs here, he attempts to hop on the UK drill wave, which is very popular right now. And I understand that Drake, this is kind of what he does. He drowns in whatever is popular, and he tries to mimic the popularity. You've seen him do this all the time, stealing people's flows, stealing people's artwork, whatever. But, I just don't understand why the fuck he is trying to be British. Why is he doing this British accent? He is not 21 Savage. He is not from the UK. This type of shit with the drill rap, the whole idea, makes you wonder just how long is it going to be before Drake tries to dive into his Jewish roots and make a fucking trap remix of a Hebrew prayer. It's kind of like when Drake was rapping about his big teens a couple years ago. Like, I just don't understand why he does this. Like, if you legitimately want to rap over a beat like this, do it. But, the thing is, the main appeal with this kind of music is a natural British accent, which Drake does not have, because mainly he was not born in the UK. So, I don't know, I just found that really annoying and off-putting for me when I was going through this. Maybe you don't give a shit, maybe you want to hear some fake British accents, that's on you. Overall, this project was one of Drake's gloomiest, one of his saddest, which is saying a lot because, Take Care exists. But, unlike Take Care, which I felt like was a pretty good album, and it's nice to listen to when you're depressed or you're going through some hard shit, this mixtape just doesn't do it for me. I feel like it's a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I feel like it was pretty mediocre.
And yeah, I just don't enjoy it. It's not an enjoyable experience for me, and
has a couple songs that are worth coming back to. Doesn't really have any replayability overall. So I'm feeling a 4 out of 10. I know people like Drake, so if you don't like this, tough luck. I'm sorry, not really. But, yeah, let me know if you want me to do more of this stuff, because it's a lot of fun. And, yeah. Thank you for watching. I love you.